I think the reason that so many people keep choosing the wrong partner, or even find themselves in a relationship with someone that they think may be the wrong partner, but maybe they're not. Maybe they are the right one. But I think the core problem, the way at least I see it, is that when we are looking for a potential partner, what we are really looking for is someone to complete us. Like the movie Jerry Maguire, when Tom Cruise says to Renee Zellweger, "You complete me," and we all melt and think this is amazing. And yet it's awful to expect another person to complete us, as though this other person is going to make me feel confident and increase my self-esteem and take away all my worries and my fears and insecurities and my guilt and my shame. Like, that's a lot of pressure to put on another person. And when we meet someone in the beginning and we're thinking they could be the one, we tend to put them up on this pedestal because they're going to complete us. And we have this vision of who we're going to be, of us being complete alongside this other person. And so, particularly in the beginning of a relationship, and when we have this idea, like this unbelievable reward of what the relationship is going to do for us, we really activate that motivation reward pathway, the desire in us. And we're so fixated on wanting the relationship to work that often we'll miss a lot of red flags. They're there, but we don't want to see them. We just brush them aside because we believe if we can just get this person to be our partner for life, they're going to complete us. And we don't want to shatter that vision that we have in our minds of who we're going to be with this person. And 6 months into the relationship, when all of that desire starts to wear off, we start to look at that person as though they're someone different. And the Tibetans have a great saying about desire, that desire puts feathers on things. It makes them look prettier than they really are. So in the beginning, we impute all these qualities on this person. It's the desire. Any of their annoying habits, things that we don't find as attractive now, 6 months later, in the beginning, we saw it as amazing. It was so precious. It was so cute. But 6 months later, all of those feathers fall off, and all of this imputing of perfection that we were putting on this other person starts to fall off. They were never the person we thought they were to begin with. And not that they were trying to fool us, but we were fooling us because our desire was so strong. And our desire because we believe that this person is going to complete me. I want them to be the one. And now, 6 months later, they're no longer completing me. So I must have chosen the wrong person. And maybe you did. Maybe you did just ignore all the red flags in the beginning. Or maybe they really are the right person for you. But you've set this expectation for them to complete you, and they're not completing you. But they were never going to be able to complete you. And this is the problem we see in so many relationships today. Two people coming together, feeling incomplete, hoping that the other person is going to complete them. And then when they don't, because they're just mere mortal humans, they break up. And so instead of putting this unrealistic expectation on the other person, work on completing yourself first. Find that sense of wholeness, of completeness within yourself first. And when two adults that feel whole, or relatively speaking whole and complete, or at the very least, don't imagine that the other person is going to be able to do this for them. When two adults come together like that, it can be a beautiful relationship because you're not putting this massive amount of pressure on them to complete you. And you can see that they're a human being that has faults and flaws and isn't perfect, just like we're, not perfect, just like we have faults and flaws too. And without that pressure of needing the other person to complete us, we can then allow the relationship to go through its normal ebbs and flows without the panic, in the ebb that, oh my gosh, the dream is being shattered, but instead, like, let's see what's happening here. I know that I complete myself. It would be nice if this worked, but I don't have to panic because I'm not putting all this pressure on the relationship. So complete yourself first. At least be working on it. Be working on yourself. And then when you meet someone, don't put that pressure on them.